Hello everyone. In this video, I'll talk about wax in ear. So wax is also called cerumen and it is a mixture of secretions of sebaceous glands which are rich in fatty acids, then ceruminous glands which are actually modified sweat glands and they are rich in lipids and pigment, and hair which are present in the outer one third of the external auditory canal, then desquamated epithelial debris and keratin. Now this is produced by the migration of the epithelial layer of the tympanic membrane and dirt. So all these things combine to form what we call wax. Secretions of sebaceous glands, ceruminous glands, hair, desquamated epithelial debris, keratin and dirt. So wax has a protective function in our body. It lubricates the ear canal. It entraps the foreign particles which enter into the canal, and it has an acidic pH, and so it is bacteriostatic as well as fungistatic. Now generally the natural mechanism of the ear is such that small amount of wax is produced and it is expelled uh, from the external auditory meatus with the jaw movements and epithelial migration. However, in some cases when either there is excessive production of wax because of the excessive secretions from the sebaceous and ceruminous glands, or if there is any pathology in the canal which hampers the outward migration of the wax, then it leads to accumulation of wax in the canal and ultimately it dries and it becomes an impacted wax. So the predisposing factors for impacted wax are either a narrow canal or a tortuous ear canal, then stiff hair which hamper the migration, or if there is any obstructive lesion in the canal such as any bony tumor like exostosis or osteoma, it leads to the accumulation of wax plug in the ear which dries and becomes impacted wax. The clinical features of wax are the patient complains of decreased hearing because of ear blockage, and this decreased hearing it is of conductive type. Then sometimes what happens, the because of water entry into the ear, the wax swells up. So the patient may complain even of sudden hearing loss. Then there is also a sense of ear blockage. Then patient can also complain of tinnitus and giddiness if the wax is pressing on the tympanic membrane. And sometimes there is also cuff reflex because of the stimulation of auricular branch of vagus, that is Arnold's nerve. It causes cuff reflex. Then if there is long standing wax, then it leads to the ulceration of the canal wall skin and formation of granulomas there, which is called wax granuloma. Treatment of the wax is removal of the wax if it is accumulating in the canal. If the wax is hard or impacted, then it is not easy to remove it as such, so it has to be dissolved. So there are some wax dissolving or wax solvents agents. The common ones are 5% sodium bicarb in equal parts of glycerin and water. So this mixture is put in the ear 2 to 3 times a day for 3 to 5 days. It will soften the wax. Other such wax solvents are hydrogen peroxide, then liquid paraffin, olive oil, and the commercial wax solvents which are available, they include 2% para-dichlorobenzene. So all these wax dissolving agents will soften the wax and then it will be easy to remove. Now wax can be removed either by syringing or with the help of any instrument. Now in the syringing, 20 or 50 ml syringe is taken and the jet of the water, it should be in the posterior superior quadrant in the canal. So the water jet will go behind the wax and it will push the wax out of the canal. However, there are some precautions which are to be taken while syringing. The water that is used for syringing, it is generally a boiled tap water uh, which is kept the temperature of which is brought up to the body temperature before it is used, because if it is too hot or if it is too cold, then it can stimulate the labyrinth and it can cause vertigo, just like the principle of the caloric test. Then if too much force is applied while syringing, then it can lead to the traumatic perforation of the tympanic membrane. And if the patient is already having any ear pathology, that is perforation, then water entry into the ear can lead to the reactivation of a quiescent otitis media. So these are some of the complications of syringing. Another method of removing the wax is by uh, instruments. The common ones used are cerumen hook or wax hook, it is called, or a Jobson's horn probe. It is the wax is removed under visualization and preferably under the microscopic vision. So this is a figure showing syringing. Here we can see that nozzle, the direction of the nozzle is in the posterior superior quadrant, such that the jet of the water goes behind the foreign body or wax plug, and it pushes the wax out from the canal. Thank you.